Some folks were here yesterday, and we got through this far of this problem. Now, if you weren't here yesterday, then we're going to have to catch you up a little bit. And I'm going to depend on people who were here to help me, help you. Well, first of all, I have that class broken up into a couple of different groups. I have a small group of students who I have working together by themselves, sort of independently. And I just check in with them occasionally, every day. But they're all sort of working independently on their own. And the rest of the class I expect them to be focused on me for the beginning part of the class, usually. And then, as quickly as I can, I try and get them broken up into small groups or pairs so that they can actually do work. Here's where we do the minus part, right? Minus 66 over 2. The strategies that I kind of like to apply are differentiated learning. That's one of the things. So that I'm trying to match my teaching and match the experience the kids have to what their abilities are.
Okay, so you recognize that part.
But also, I think I try to incorporate as much as I can cooperative learning. So that would be sort of a theme that I try to bring to that class always.
Is it 5 times 4? It's 5 times 4.
To me, it's just matching the instruction to the level of the student, to where they are, to where their ability is. And so for that particular group, as I started out by saying, I've got a wide range of kids' abilities. And so it's tough. But I did notice with that class early on, 3 or 4 students who were just clearly bored. And I needed to go slowly, and I needed to go into more depth for most of the class, but not for those students. So I needed to find another way to handle them. And so to me, that's differentiation. I mean, I think the term itself is broader, but it starts with knowing what your kids are capable of. We like it to be equal to 0. So how are we going to get this thing equal to 0? Especially for those 3 kids, because I feel like they're they are working more toward their potential than they were before. And for the other kids in the class, I think it's working better too, because I'm able to, to take a slower pace maybe, or go into more depth, and not worry about those 3 kids, or 2 or 3 kids off to the side who are working by themselves. B squared.
Minus 4 AC.
I think the concept in my mind is that we don't want to leave any of these kids feeling like they're left out. I need the time to get around to as many kids as I can and meet them at their level. That's why a lot of times, as soon as I can, I like to get them into groups or pairs, and then myself sit down with them so that I can see where they are, see where they're struggling, if they are struggling, and give them the targeted help they need. Other elements of the differentiated learning and cooperative groups I'm doing in all my classes to some extent. This particular group of kids, the day you were here was only 2 kids, but usually there's 3 kids that work together. They really needed something different. They needed to get off by themselves and basically take the reins off of them and say, go, see how far you can get, and I'll check in with you and see how you're doing. And they love it.